By now, everyone on my channel knows about my trip to Disneyland Paris. It's probably one of my most hyped theme park trips of all time. I couldn't wait to go. As with every theme park trip I do, about a year later, I uploaded my ranking video of all the rides there. Before I start this video, I want to make a list of the rides I didn't get to go on. That's Orbitron, because I didn't have time, and there's like 2 other of the same rides. Autopia, when I was going to go on it, it froze over and was closed like most of the day. And after that, it was on 50 minutes the entire time. Lancelot's Carousel, I didn't have time. Mad Hatter's Teacups, I also didn't have time. And I'll read the translated version. The Land of Fairy Tales, because on the second day I was at Disneyland Park, the whole blooming boat ride froze over and the train started getting damaged. It didn't reopen for the rest of my trip. Even though I'm absolutely gutted I missed out on some of these, I'm just grateful I got to go on everything else. Anyways, enough like pre-yapping, I'll just get on with more yapping. In last place is Les Voyages de Pinocchio. I just didn't enjoy this because the advertised queue was 15, waited 45, and there was just like horrible operations. Oh, and the building was being renovated, so it literally looked like a ride themed to scaffolding. Kind of surprised I put this so low down, but the Disneyland Railroad, kind of fun, but there was like super bad dispatches. It had to stop every 5 minutes for... To be honest, I actually don't know why it stopped. They didn't really try to theme it either, so it just seemed abandoned at some points. I actually had high hopes for La Tanière du Dragon. I thought the animatronic looked like crazy good. It was gigantic and the rock work looked amazing, but in reality it's on the same 5-second loop of a cycle, and it's just boring once you've seen it. Flying carpets over Agrabah. I wasn't in a good mood when I was queuing because my sister wanted to go on Crush's coaster, but it was on 65 minutes. It ended up being 40, but like, I wasn't going to know that. So yeah, I was just not happy when I rode it. I just wasn't happy, you know, and I just didn't enjoy it because of that. I've seen Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs get short queues, but when I went, it was blooming packed. Luckily, I managed to get on it, but it was like really boring and overhyped for the queues. The busiest ride at Disney, Peter Pan's Flight, a rare, like, suspended dark ride, but it was boring. At least the queue wasn't too big when I went on, it was like 35 minutes. Cars Road Trip was quite boring, but the special effects of that one part were great, other than the fact that it's rubbish. And it got good views of the world of Frozen and that Lion King log flume. Slinky Dog Zigzag Spin was pretty boring, but I got views of RC Racer maintenance whilst I was on it because it had frozen over and then the LSMs were like getting water in them, all that. Dumbo the Flying Elephant, the original of the Paris Jumper clones at Disney. When I went there was snow all over the ride, so Dumbo looked more like a polar bear. When I went to Disney in 2019, this was my final ride before leaving to go home, and it was not as thrilling as I remembered, but it's super confusing how the ride doesn't crash off ride. I'm about to be cyberbullied for this, but Phantom Manor, it broke down twice, and I probably didn't get the full experience as the special effects were probably broke, but it seemed kind of bad to be honest. Alice's Curious Labyrinth. Yeah, I put this above Phantom Manor. It's just so much fun to be honest. I got great views of Fantasyland when it was snowing. It was really cool. It's a Small World was actually really cool, but oh my days, I get it's a small world. You can shush now. When I queued for Spider-Man Web Adventure, I told my family it wasn't one of those interactive dark rides because I'd seen a POV, but they weren't doing the shooting thingy-mabobber. When I found out that's what we were doing, it actually hurt my arm so freaking much. It's so bad. Casey Jr. Le Petit Train du Cirque didn't have very high expectations because it's a powered kids coaster, but ended up being even more boring than I thought it would be. And you only went round once. Runaway Mine Train's so much better just for that extra lap. Overall, kind of bad, and it maintains a super low speed the whole time since it's so flat, but a credit's a credit. Star Tours. My glasses weren't cleaned properly, so I felt sick. I was about to turn into everyone and their nan on the Smiler for the first time. In 11th was Pirates of the Caribbean, which wasn't as good as I remembered, but at least the building was warm, because it reached -9 when I was there. Starting off the top 10s is a ride I didn't go on, Buzz Lightyear's Laser Blast. When I went in 2019, this was actually one of my favourite rides, but now it's closed for renovations. It's reopening on December the 20th, like a month after I left. But anyways, by the time this video's out, it's probably already reopened. In 9th place, I put the Toy Soldiers Parachute Drop. It's a super underrated, fun drop parachute. I don't know what it is, but it's fun. Used to be my favourite ride as well in 2019. The first major coaster on this list, Crush's Coaster. I remember my dad forcing me onto this, and oh my god, I had a really unbalanced spin. It was so scary. But this time it was just big queues, boring layout, and not much spinning. Another ride closed for renovations, Ratatouille, Remy's Totally Crazy Adventure. This was so good when I rode it, but it keeps getting more and more effects removed, and now they're turning it 2D, which completely ruins the fun, and the fire effect was so good, but that's probably being removed now too. One of Disney's most iconic coasters, Big Thunder Mountain. It was fun, especially in the snow and dark, but it's just not as good as the other rides. This was probably one of my most anticipated rides, RC Racer. It was so fun and the backwards launch is so good, but it's way too short and they need to extend the cycles when there's no queue. Disney's first inverting coaster, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Peril. This is so fun to lap, and on my final few rides I got to see a switch track on ride in the front row, was allowed through a cast member only part of the queue, and I got the final train of the night. It was super fun, and if you're visiting, use code COBRA for a free fast track. Yes, I did abuse this system. In 3rd place is Hyperspace Mountain. Forceful anywhere except the front row. I only got on it 3 times, but they were all great and intense. One time I got stuck on the lift for about 5 minutes, so it was just super fun. Tower of Terror. The tallest ride there, and it was so cool and scary. Like, it always had a short queue and the airtime's great. It should do multiple drops, like straight from the top, but unfortunately it doesn't. There isn't any added atmosphere at night either though. Some might know this as Rock and Roller Coaster, but it's Avengers Assemble Flight Force. A 60-mile-an-hour indoor launched Vekoma, and it's so fun. And the sea serpent rolls got super intense transitions, and the ejector airtime at the end always catches me off guard. I just wish it didn't stop on the brake run every single time. Thanks for watching my video. Make sure to like and subscribe to be notified about my New Year's special, where I'll be recapping my entire theme park year. Don't forget to follow my cousin's channel too, Rollercoaster Dude AT.